What's up guys, today we're going to teach you how to level up your fire risk assessment to make the experience a lot less stressful and a lot more manageable. Let's go. What's up guys, welcome back to Rebranding Safety. I'm James McPherson and this is the channel translating health and safety to help you save lives and save money. Today we're going through 4 tips to make your fire risk assessment experience a hell of a lot more manageable. Those 4 tips are going to be brave, get your data early, get your team and be a coach. Let's get on to the whiteboard. Okay, be brave. What the hell does be brave mean? Well, be brave is 2 things for me. 1, are you out of your depth? Are you? You may be, and I'm a massive advocate for you giving this stuff a go yourself, but there will be a time where you feel out of your depth. That depends on the situation, it depends on the risk of your business, it depends on the type of your business, the type of your building, what you're doing, what you're selling, what you're buying, it depends on so much. But there may be a point where you need to go and get some extra help. And don't be afraid to admit that. Second point, and for me this is the most important one, yeah? Out of your depth is important, don't get me wrong. If you're out of your depth, say, but this here, DIY, do it yourself. You've really got to take ownership of this. This is your business, your fire risk assessment. Take ownership and do it yourself. There is loads and loads of guidance and I'm going to link it in the description below to help you out. And next week we've got a how to do a fire risk assessment step-by-step guide video coming up to help you out as well. The HSE produced guidance as well. There is so much out there that you can get support and guidance. You can even go put yourself on a course or go to a seminar. You go to the London Expo, it's free. There's loads of good speakers there. You even get the keynote speaker in a health and safety one that's nothing to do with health and safety. I've seen Brian Cox, Nigel Owens, Johnny Wilson's going this year. There's some awesome people, so you have a bit of fun and you can learn something as well. There's loads of stuff out there to educate yourself, guys. Do your fire assessment yourself. Okay, get your data early. Basically, you need data, you need information for your fire risk assessment. This does not mean turn up with a massive file of paper and go, there you go, Mr. Risk Assessor. No, it doesn't. It just means know where this stuff is. So some of the stuff you're going to need, maintenance records. So you're going to need to know you are maintaining what you've got. Alarms, risers, your machinery, your electricals, things like that. Building plans and construction data. Anything you got handed when you got the building should be things like health and safety files, your fire strategy. The fire strategy is nigh on impossible to get nowadays. We're terrible at it, but it's really, really important. It's gold dust to a fire risk assessor. So make sure if you've got it, treat it like gold. Jeeps and Peeps, general emergency evacuation plans and personal emergency evacuation plans. These are how people get out of the building, whether they're personal, so they need help like a buddy system, someone who's disabled, or general. Previous FRAs, these can be gold dust if 1, they're good, but 2, if we don't have the fire strategy, these are good. Also, it's good for a fire assessor to be able to bounce off what he thinks and compare it to the previous person. Training records, they're going to want to know that your people know what they're doing. Simple as it is. Have it available. People info. What the hell is people info? People info is knowing how many people are in the building, how many staff at any one time, what's the maximum number of customers at any one time. They want to know who's in the building. Policies and procedures. This is how you run a business. This is who you are. This is the ethos of the business. They want to know what you do. They want to know how you are, how you run, how you do this, how you do that. Incident records, specifically fires. They're going to want to know if you've had any fires recently. Finally, they're going to want fire and rescue service audits. Yeah, they're just going to want to see if you've had an audit. Yes, you have. What's the records? What did they find? What did they raise? What did you bring up? So with fire risk assessments, we're pretty fucking notorious in the UK for leaving one person on their own. We don't do that with any other risk assessment ever. We always say do it in a team. So why do we do it differently with fire risk assessment? I do not know. So my advice to you is get a team. So got 2 scenarios here. You have decided to do the fire risk assessment yourself and you are this person. That's fine. If you are this person, get another manager or team leader or a business owner or somebody who's in a managerial kind of financial position where they're thinking about process, they're thinking about HR, they're thinking about finance, they're thinking about all this other stuff. Get them involved. If you've chosen not to be the fire assessor, which is also fine, then you are most probably going to fill this role. So this role is normally the responsible person. If it's not, it should be the competent person. Okay? If you're not sure what they are, check out my regulatory reform order podcast on any of the available platforms. Also, we've finally got the worker or operative or staff, somebody who's doing the job. It's vital these people are involved. It's absolutely vital. They need to be involved, and if they're not, they're just not going to care. Okay, and that sounds horrible when you think, oh, everyone will care about fire safety. You know, the long and short of it is they're there to do a job, and that's it. You need to get involvement in them, and involvement creates ownership. Be a coach, not be a couch, which is what that looks like. It means asking intelligent questions. It means not telling people. It means not going there delivering safety in a pizza box, okay? So here's some questions that I found really, really useful in my experience. The power of why. That's not a question, but why can be. So I talk about this a lot in the podcast, but asking why, yeah? So we've got two scenarios here. You're either chosen to be the fire risk assessor yourself, in which case you're asking why to find out what they do, or you're asking why to get the fire risk assessor or someone else to explain a bit more. Next one is tell me more. This is a really good way to just find out more. Okay, cool, nice, tell me more. Self-explanatory. Next, how does that work for you? Regardless of whether you're the fire risk assessor or you're the business leader or manager, you want to say to these staff, how does that work for you? Say to your team, how does that work for you? Next one, what do you think? This is exactly the same, but it's before you're offering a solution, you're saying, what do you think? We've got a problem, what do you think? You need to create ownership in your workers and your team, and you do that by involving them. So what do you think? Last one is don't be afraid to say, I don't know what you mean, I'm not sure what you mean. Can you explain a little bit more? Especially if you're not the fire risk assessor and you've got a fire risk assessor with you want to say, I'm not sure what you mean. So make sure you've got that context when the fire risk assessor comes back with a long list of actions. I hope this episode has been helpful to you guys. Let me know in the comments below how your fire risk assessment experience has been to date. Has it been stressful? Has it been enjoyable? Has it been okay? Let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss another episode. And if you like this, give me a like. I'll see you in the next video. Safe.